Wait, there's something very weak coming through.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Hello, fellow Galactic listeners. I'm Todd Hoffman, and this is WSTR Galactic Public Access, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 143. Today we're going to be talking about Triple Force Friday and everything that's going on at the New York Comic-Con. Joining me today, as always, or sometimes, maybe. Miss Heather Allred. How are you?
Hey, hello. It's been a couple of weeks, but I am back.
You're back. Back.
I am ready.
Yeah. But guess who's not back?
Oh.
I know. It's...
We're like herding cats. You just can't get us all.
We are literally limping along. We try as much as we have to get everybody on, but, you know, life gets in the way. So, or in Mr. Alien Julian's case, it's like RPG or, you know, JD's got him wrangled in this RPG. So, Aaron will not be joining us today, but he is always in here, and actually he's in every podcast because he does the announcing for all this, segments. So it's there. But, you know, what can we do? Hey, you know what? We're switching it up. Let's go right into Cantina Chat. Heather, you have to catch all our listeners up on like what is going on with you. So it's been a minute. It's been a hot second. So
it has.
Why don't you just? I kind of know some things, maybe not all things, but why don't you give everybody like what's going on with you?
Okay. Well, I'll do this sort of in kind of in order so that I don't like let you guys down later. But.
This is like chronological order or, you know, maybe
excitement level order. Okay. I don't know. Okay. It's hard to say. Right. But I have completed season 1 of the Clone Wars. I have
This is your first time through it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Let's clarify that.
Yeah. This is not a rewatch. This is like the watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happened.
And what were your like initial thoughts, like real quick? Like were you surprised?
So I was told by some people beforehand that like the first 2 seasons aren't amazing and that it gets better by season 3. So I don't know if that spoiled it or made it better or like how that affected me.
Right. Yeah.
Season 1 does feel very choppy in regards to like, oh, Anakin, is over here and he's with Obi-Wan. No, he's not with Obi-Wan. And then they're on it. So it just feels like space travel, time travel. I don't know. Like everyone's just everywhere.
Well, guess what? It is disjointed because it doesn't happen in sequence. So because it's Star Wars.
Because it's Star Wars. So that was definitely kind of one of the major things that I noticed, but I kept going because you just got to keep plugging along. Battle droids for the win. They're funny. They make me happy.
Yeah.
So whether or not they're relevant, it's fine.
It's comedic gold,
It really is.
Yeah.
I will be somewhat vulnerable, and when I started watching it, I'm like, wow, these guys all look the same. And then I had this like really, really stupid moment.
Are we talking about the clones or are we talking about the battle droids?
No, the clones.
They work either way. That works either way.
And I just was like, oh, I have to like hand in my card. Like I have to hand in.
Heather, it's called the Clone Wars.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Why is their hair just different? I don't get this.
Get it.
Yeah.
And then partly in season 1, and I've started into season 2, but even in animation, the Anakin Padme relationship is still just awkward.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call it. It's a lot better animated than in the films, but
like in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, but and I know we talked about this a couple episodes ago, but Ahsoka, she's not annoying. She's 14.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So,
we talked about that with Michelle. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So, but it's been fun so far. I'm excited to get through season 2 to get into season 3, where I hear it gets a little easier to watch and then a little bit more exciting storyline wise. So stay tuned, people.
Awesome.
But that's not all, Todd.
Okay, there's more.
There's more. Okay. So I think Todd put this out there on the socials as a quick tease. I know I've thrown it on my socials if you follow me. That's Hawk Awesome on Instagram and Twitter.
Well, no, there's an underscore in one of them, so let's not.
Oh, there is an underscore in one of them. Oh, I have totally failed, haven't I?
Yeah, I mean, you should know your own socials, so. Hawk Awesome is Hawk Awesome on Twitter. Hawk underscore awesome
on Instagram.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Wow.
Clarification, everybody. But thanks to the mother of Jawas and a little bit of motivation from Todd Hoffman about a trooping event, I completed my Jawa wardrobe.
Just in the nick of time. See,
just in the nick of time.
Procrastination. It's great.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
And so I joined Todd. I did an unofficial troop, if you will. I made one little girl cry, but she was 3, so I'm going to consider that a win.
Yeah.
I got to steal a kid dressed up as a droid, so that was a lot of fun. But thanks to that event, I got some clean photos done, and I submitted all the things.
All the things.
I am now officially a 501st member.
What?
And I'm officially a Rebel Legion member.
Oh my gosh.
AKA, I'm a double agent. Working both sides of the system.
That is amazing.
So I guess the only thing left to say is UTD!
Yeah?
I'm officially a Jawa.
Wow. That just happened.
That just happened, people.
How does it feel?
You know, I mean, I drank the Kool-Aid and I drank it hard.
Right.
It was a thing where I feel like it went from like 0 to like 180.
Right. Exactly.
But it was so much fun. You know, I struggle with anxiety, and I had a small panic moment on the day of the troop, just being like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Right.
This is not, you know, quick. How does a Jawa act? Like, how do you do this?
Right. Like, where's the instruction manual? Like,
what do I do?
Yeah,
you know,
what do I do with my hands? I don't know what to do. Yeah, right.
What if someone asks me a question? I'm not allowed to talk. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, these are tough things.
But thanks to one of the gentlemen there with the 501st, I think his name was Scott. Scott, if that's not right, and you listen to our podcast, I'm really sorry. And he was super...
Was it Count Dooku? That's Steve.
Count Dooku.
Steve. It's Steve. Yeah,
Steve. I was close. I had the S name, so.
Right.
Steve. Yep. No, he just was super encouraging, and you know, he said you get to hide behind the mask and just have fun, and you're not going to meet a nicer group of people to do this with. And at the end of the day, when it was done, a friend had come with me to help take photos of my first time trooping. So between her and one of the other guys, and this guy, I didn't catch his name, unfortunately, basically was like, I think you were born to be a Jawa. Like, it's in your blood.
Right, yeah.
So, if you are at all thinking about joining a legion, whether the light side or the dark side, do it.
Do it, yeah.
I mean, that high five from a little kid, or that hug, or just seeing that adult go from like 30-year-old to like 8-year-old because they're excited that they saw a trooper.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. So it was tons of fun, and I can't wait to do it again.
Awesome.
So there's my little pitch.
There's the pitch. There's the pitch. Join your local 501st or Rebel Legion, you know?
Just get started, people.
So basically Jawas are neutral. They can go either way, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny, you know, I'm trying to remember what they're called on the Rebel Legion. This all literally just happened this morning, that I got accepted into the Rebel Legion as of this recording.
Right.
But yeah, they're kind of this neutral playing field.
Party, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm all for that.
You're like, I'm good guy, bad guy, you know.
Listen, what do you need me to be?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I steal things, but I'm really cute, and I'm not really...
You'll give them back eventually. You know?
I mean, right? They might look different.
Right, exactly.
And I've sold them to somebody else first, but that's not my problem.
No, that's not your problem. Yeah, exactly.
So...
Well, that's great. So what is your number? Because, you know, with your droids, when you told us about the droids, I mean, it was very specific. So... what's the number? What is your...
So with the 501st, you get a categorization of the type of character that you are. So I'm part of the Denizen group, so it's a DZ. And my number is 92819.
Okay.
And that is the date of my unofficial troop. So I will always know when I basically started being a Jawa.
That is amazing. It's so simple, and that's amazing.
But
it's like, hey, that was day one of the Jawa. That's what it was.
That's when my life changed.
That's
it's when I became this other character. But it was funny, when I was signing up to do the Rebel Legion, there was a location to put like character name. And I was like, well, my Jawa needs a name.
Oh
yeah, people.
Oh boy.
Tom's shaking his head. He's like,
oh boy.
This girl.
Yeah.
No. It's totally worth it. Are you ready?
Totes.
Is everybody sitting down?
All our listeners are sitting down around the world. Here we go.
So I went to this like fantasy name generator on the internet, because all good things come from the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And there was a specific one for Jawas.
Oh, of course.
So I went to the Jawa one, and I said that I was a female.
Uh-huh.
And I clicked the generate button.
Yeah. Did you take the first one?
Well, so they do them in like chunks of 10 that show up on the screen.
Okay.
I had to click the button a couple times, but then it happened.
It was right there.
Loki Rack Thud.
One more time.
It's so good. It makes me chuckle.
Loki Rack Thud?
Yes. So Loki.
Yeah.
RAC.
Right.
Loki Rack.
Uh-huh.
Thud.
So Loki Rack's the first name. Loki Rack Thud. All right.
So,
it's not like Loki Rack the Thud, you know.
Correct.
It's like Loki Rack
Thud. It's funny because Loki's in there, who's one of my favorite Marvel characters. He's also the god of mischief. Jawas are kind of mischievous.
They are, yes.
And then Thud was funny.
It's funny. Yeah. Maybe he got, he took the ion blaster and got, fell down like R2,
It's just hard to know, right?
Yeah, it's hard to know. Yeah. Wow.
Needless to say, I'm having fun with this, you guys.
Good. Yes.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And like, you already like, I saw you on the Facebook group. You're like, how do I order cards? Like,
they've been printed and delivered. I'm waiting for them to show up. Kool-Aid. I mean, I like gallons. I just drank the whole thing.
You're like right from the fire hose. Wait, your cards are already printed?
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, that's amazing.
Well, but in full honesty, it was, well, I'll put it out there, not knowing how long approvals took, not knowing how long others...
Sometimes it takes a while, yeah.
So I just wanted, let me just put it out there. I'm also, I'm traveling for business this coming week, and so, I just didn't want to lose the momentum. And
yeah, honey, you got to get it done. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
So I'm just trying really hard not to be a complete geek, but I'm totally geeking out about it, people.
Well, you're on a Star Wars podcast. I think this is probably the proper vehicle to geek out about it.
These are my people. They understand.
Right. Awesome. Wow. That was a lot.
It's been a couple weeks, guys.
Oof. Wow. We're just going to change this to the Heather show, man.
Oh my gosh. All right, Todd.
Yeah.
You have to have something.
Sure. Absolutely. Well, I mean, we trooped together, so that was fun.
It was.
Yeah, it was good. So I'm glad. I'm very happy that I was there for your first one, too. That was fun. So we got to do that together, which, get to troop it up. So I was only Stormtrooper for like a little bit, and then some other guy came, and then it's funny because my sister and my wife went with the kids, and my sister's like calling my name to Stormtrooper, and he's like, I'm not Todd.
Oh.
It's like, oh, okay.
Oh.
There was only one of them. Now there's two, So yeah, so it was fun. That was a funny little story, but and then we were like, hey, Heather, you want to go out for lunch? You're like, nah, me and Deb are going to grab something else. I'm like, oh, that's okay. That's cool. And then we all show up at Chipotle. So that was fun too. It just happens. It's all good.
Thanks, Chipotle.
I don't know if I shared this, but because, it's my birthday, I had to get my license renewed.
Ooh.
I don't know. So I go to DMV, and the first thing, I think of DMVs now like in Zootopia with like the sloths, they're like, so it's just slow, and I'm just sitting there and like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever. And so I get to the lady to do my vision test and pay and all this kind of stuff, and she's not really there. She's just there, she's like, she's kind of grumpy a little bit, typical, not that I'm judging. I'm just saying it was kind of a typical service experience, So she hands back, she scans my card, blah, blah, blah. And she hands back the card, and she's, she looks at my arm, and she's like, are you a stormtrooper? And without even hesitation, I said, yes, I am. And she looks at me, and I'm like, so I pull out my 501st card. I'm like, and I hand it to her. I'm like, I'm a stormtrooper. And she looks at me. She looks at the back of the card. Is this you? I was like, yeah. I said, I'm part of this organization, the 501st. We do hospital troops, library stuff, Comic Cons, the whole thing, birthday parties, whatever you want, She's like, well, I was at this thing, and my son really enjoyed it, and blah, blah, blah. And she totally lit up. She was like, boom, And so I'm like, oh, that's great. Yeah, I've been doing it for a couple of years. Really love it, blah, 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 And so she hands back my card, and then we're like, okay, did my thing, did all this other stuff. And then she's like, have a good day, Mr. Stormtrooper. And I said, you too, ma'am, give her a little salute. And
Aww.
She was tickled. I was tickled. Star Wars is good, people. So...
Listen,
I made
you
her
are
smile.
changing the DMV.
I made an actual DMV worker smile. It was a good day. It was a good day. So
It's a slow clap right there for you.
yeah, exactly. And then, so the other, I'm going to save part of my Cantina chat for the Triple Force Friday later. So we're just going to put that on pause.
Totally.
But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. And like we said, Aaron is loving his RPG with JD and just loving life. So we'll definitely catch up to him very soon. All right. Wow. That was a lot of Cantina chat. Whew. God, glad we got that out. Okay. So, but stick around with us. We got to pay some bills, yo. So it ain't easy living with a price on your head. So you can find everyone on the social media. We just literally figured out Heather's Instagram is Hawk_awesome, and then Twitter is Hawk Awesome. That's where you can find her. You can find me. I'm Tizod. That's TI4ZOD everywhere. I don't have any hyphens, or I just have four Z's. It's somewhat there. It's somewhat self-explanatory. But Aaron's not there, but that's okay. But WSTR Media is there. All one word, all lowercase. You can find us there. Email us at mailbox@wstrmedia.com. Leave us a voicemail, 630-557-WSTR. That's 630-557-9787. We want to hear from you. Operators are standing by. Don't be shy. You can leave us a voicemail, email, and guess what? We will give you a sticker.
What?
Yes. Not only will you get cred on the episode that we play, we're like, dude, this is, so-and-so from wherever you're at, from Judland Wastelands or wherever you're at, and then you get a sticker, man. So what more motivation would you want than to get that?
If you call in and leave a voicemail, but only speak in Yoda, I will throw in a button. Just because I think that would be funny.
Okay. So now you up the ante here, man.
That's what I do.
Go. Yeah. All right. There you go. So 630-557-9787. Button and sticker. Boom. All right. You can catch out our back catalog episodes. Jeez. All the links can be found at podcast.wstrmedia.com. Of course, we are brought to you by Audible. That's a no-risk way to support this podcast and find some entertainment, education, and all that fun stuff. They literally have 4,000.
No.
Not 4,000. 425,000.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Not 4,000.
They have 4,000.
Right.
But
there's 425,000. So if you go to audibletrial.com/WSTR, you can claim your free 30-day trial. That includes a free Audible book and 2 free Audible originals with a new selection cycled out each month. October is here. It's literally here right now. They refreshed it. They're a little spooky. Some are spooky. So check it out. So you get 2 free Audible originals and then a free Audible book of your choice. You can't go wrong with some Star Wars. And last week we had Mark Thompson on, and that dude narrates he has narrated over 40 Star Wars books. So you could totally check him out. He does a really good job. And there's other good narrators, but we're a little biased because Mark Thompson is awesome. So again, audibletrial.com/WSTR. You can help us out. You help yourself out. Boom, boom. It's all good. So there you go. We got merch. So store.wstrmedia.com. Seriously, you got to check the socials because we're dropping stuff. If as of this recording, you just missed 40% off. So gotta stay tuned.
Sad.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Store.wstrmedia.com. We are trying to work on some other stuff to get up there, so that will be shortly. All right, Heather, tease the news.
Yay! My favorite part.
Okay.
Or, well, one of my favorite things about the podcast. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. I have 3 things for everybody today. Numero uno. Superheroes really do save the day.
Okay.
In case you were doubting.
Yeah, right.
Number 2. Tell me when. I don't know about what.
Right.
But when.
So, yeah.
And then number 3. Bleeps, sweeps, and creeps.
I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps. The what? The what? And the what?
All right.
And that's all I got.
That's all you got. All right.
But it's what I know.
We won't tee it up any further. There you go. That's
We'll find out more later, though.
That's right. Okay. All right. Let us move on to Twitter Trash Compactor.
Get in there, you big polio! I don't care what you smell! Get in there and don't worry about it!
Again, every week we are doing the polls, and this week is no exception. This one's a couple weeks ago, but that's okay. We have to catch up here. So the question was, what is your favorite fan theory for The Rise of Skywalker? Okay, so we have 4 choices. That's all we got from Twitter. All right, so time travel, incarnation, redemption, or the Stormtrooper uprising. All right, Heather, what say you on these 4 choices?
Well,
because I don't think you were here. You weren't here for that one.
I wasn't, but I did listen to it.
That's great. I appreciate the support. Thank you.
I unfortunately was not able to attend that recording, but as a good podcast family member, hopped on the Spotify and looked up WSTR and found it and listened. If you're not on Spotify, that's when you go to our website. So I did listen to it, and which is funny to me because it wasn't a theory at all. But after Aaron explained it, I'm like, sign a girl up for time travel.
What?
I mean, he explained that thing, and I was like, all right, I'd buy that movie. So, but yeah, I think if I'm going, let's see, favorite fan theory.
Yeah. I mean, it could be your theory. It's all good.
It could be my theory. I'm gonna go with the Storm Uprising.
Okay.
I think redemption just is too easy and obvious. I don't want redemption. You just
want him to be bad.
I just want him to be evil. Is that too much to ask?
Oh my gosh.
No, there's just something in me that doesn't want it to be a clean ending. I don't want a bow. I don't want a cherry on the top. I want it to be done, but still
wanting
open
more
to questions and wanting more.
Yeah.
And I feel like something about an uprising feels like a really good open door.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily for the Skywalker saga, but can it be an open door into another avenue?
Yes. Yeah.
That's my vote.
Cool. Well, I voted the same. I like the Stormtrooper uprising. I think it's cool because the Resistance doesn't have a lot of. I mean, they all fit in the Falcon. That was the Resistance. So, what's more scary to the First Order than their own people uprising, just like Finn did? So, I kind of like that angle, but. There you go. It's a stormtrooper or instant army. There you go.
There you go.
We'll see. But we were wrong, Heather, because Twitter voted redemption 54%.
Okay.
So there you go. So
whatever you say, Twitter.
That's right. Every opinion counts, and
totally.
Those opinions counted towards redemption. So there you go. So that is your favorite fan theory for The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. So check it out. Every week we we try to run some polls. So there you go. All right. How about we move on to our main topic?
And now for our feature presentation.
Okay, so this last Friday, the what was that? Oh, Friday the 4th. Not May the 4th, but October the 4th. Close enough. It's the 4th.
Close enough, yeah.
Yeah, it's the 4th. It was Triple Force Friday. So what's the triple? What's the force? What's the Friday? Well, it's Friday, October 4th. The triple it's The Mandalorian, Jedi Fallen Order, and the little movie coming out in December, The Rise of Skywalker. Boom. So last week they had a bunch of the actors. I'm using air quotes here. They're actors.
They are actors.
Yeah, they are actors. They're legit. They were out at Pinewood Studios and they did like the Star Wars show did kind of like a live stream on some of the products that they're doing and releasing. And so, yeah, it was pretty cool. So you got a sneak peek of that. And here we are. It is all about that
Merchandising.
You gotta talk about it. That's what, so they kind of did a sneak peek, but October 3rd, basically October 4th, some stores were doing a midnight release. So, I have to confess, self-confession time.
Uh-oh.
This is the first time I've not been to a midnight release. I know. I was going to hand my card over.
I'm so disappointed in you.
I'm going to hand my card over right here. Yeah, it's just, things are going on with Jen and, got some medical issues that we're dealing with. And it's like, she had a thing and medical procedure. I'm like, I can't leave and go buy toys. So I had to settle and just be like a normal person and try it Friday. But
oh my goodness.
But at least, they have, hey, we're doing all these midnight releases. And I literally had to dig. I had to really work at find out okay, well, which stores are doing a midnight release,
Mm-hmm.
So for Target, there's literally only 25. There was only 25 in the whole state of America that were doing this thing. And so did you know that the Disney stores are going to Target?
I had heard that, that they were gonna open a little section inside Target.
Yes, and so this little section thing is debuting on Triple Force Friday. It's actually kind of like Quadruple Force Friday because the other thing that dropped on Friday was Frozen 2 merch. Yo,
true story.
Yeah. So they were doing opening some stores. Midnight for this Disney thing. And then Walmart was doing some, but I could only find 3 in Illinois, 3 stores. And there was only one Target store. So I'm like, okay, well, it's kind of slim pickings. Before it was everyone's doing midnight, So there's quite a few exclusives, of course. That's what Star Wars fans want, so literally there's this huge list and we're not going to go through all of them because it would be boring. But there's a couple books were released. So DK Publishing, the Visual Dictionary hardcover, the Amazing Sticker Adventure book, and then the Galactic Guide hardcover for The Rise of Skywalker. I didn't see any of those, but I definitely want the Visual Dictionary. So that's a must. Okay. Funkos, they're everywhere.
Oh gosh.
It's
just so hard because you just want them all.
They're so cute.
They're cute and they're accessible and they're not terribly expensive. They're just perfect.
They're just perfect, yeah. So Walmart had some gold exclusives, if you're like into that. But yeah, they had quite the array of choices. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else.
I did see online. Sorry.
Yeah.
BB-8. His pop figure seems to have a little bit of a missing silver trim on one of his circular thingies, which means he goes through some battle, I think.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Target had exclusive Boba Fett. So, yeah, and I picked that one up. I got that one.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Well, here's a fun story too. Here's story time. Here's Cantina Chat Part 2. Here we go.
Story time with Todd.
That's right, exactly. So, Target had two. They had a 10-inch Boba Fett, and then they had the regular, a different Boba Fett, but he's like camo design, and the 10-inch was like kind of this black looking paint scheme. So I was like, I'll get one, because like, this is the only time I collect now is like on Force Friday. I just like, I'm going to get a couple. So I'm like, okay. So I go into Target now. It's later in the day, it's late. It's not like right at 8:00 in the morning where true Todd Hoffman collector would have, I would have been there at midnight.
You would have been at midnight.
I would have been at midnight, but I couldn't get there 8 either. It's this adulting thing. It's just out of hand. It's out of hand. So I was walking in with some kind of reservations and just like, maybe I'll get, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get something or whatever. So I get in there. Now I was like, I'm going to do this right? So put on the 501st, like shirts. Got my #1 Star Wars fan with the Starship Enterprise on the shirt. I mean, this is how we roll on Force Friday. Yeah. Get there and literally greeted by one of the Target employees, and she's like, "Ooh, I like all this." And I was like, she's like, "Are you part of the 501st?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, it's kind of says it right there. I mean, but it doesn't spell it out, Right. So she's like, "You looking for anything?" I was like, "Well, I'm looking for some Black Series and that Boba Fett Funko Pop." And she's like, "Let me check." And so the pops were sold like at the service desk.
Oh.
And she's like, "Got one left."
Did the Hallelujah chorus just like come upon you?
It's like Triple Force Friday. So the Force was strong with me, and so struck up a nice conversation with her name was Lauren from Target, and she was like, "Oh, are you going to Ace Comic-Con?" Or I'm like, "No, I don't think so, because that's like next week in Chicago." She's like, "I really want to get in the 501st." I'm like, "Hey, I got a card here. I'm going to give that to you. Oh, and this is my podcast. I'm going to give that to you. And hey, you got to sell when you got to sell." Thanked her. Had to buy the little, so I have, this is not good podcasting, but I have it. So it's right there. But it comes in this really cool hard acrylic case, which is awesome. It's like super protected Boba Fett. So, yeah, so it was awesome. It was like, okay, I'm good. Picked up some Black Series stuff too. So yeah,
excellent. Yeah,
I got some for the kids. Got Rey for Ellie because she loves Rey. Great. And I got what is that? The Cal Kestis. Am I saying that right? Kestis. He's the new guy from Jedi Fallen Order, the new Padawan guy. So I got him. Got a Sith Trooper. My day did start. I did go on Amazon and I had a gift card, so I bought The Mandalorian because I needed The Mandalorian, Heather. Needed it. I'm
not judging.
So I need The Mandalorian, yeah. And then they had Sith. There was another Sith Trooper exclusive to Amazon, so I'm like, I gotta pick that up. And then I went to GameStop, and they had an exclusive, but they didn't have it there. I'm like, dude, come on. It's like, but it was later in the day already. So I'm like, I'll settle for IG-11, which I got another pop for IG-11. So he's super cute too. So, he's like a super cute droid. So yeah, it was good. It was a good run. It was a good run, Heather.
Good.
That was all my merch I'll be getting for quite some time, but
well, yes. So I didn't partake in any Friday shopping, but
dude, what?
I bought 2 droids at the Droid Depot.
Your Triple Force Friday was like all
was a couple months ago. It was like a month ago.
Galaxy's Edge, yeah. So, but yeah. So real quick on the exclusive, it's like they had these. It's called Carbonized Collection. So you got the Mandalorian at Target, Second Sister Inquisitor at GameStop, Sith Trooper at Amazon, First Order Jet Trooper exclusively at Walmart.
What?
Yes. So, and then, coming to Target. Okay, so there is a First Order Elite Stormtrooper and a Purge Stormtrooper that's coming to GameStop. That's the one I wanted. I didn't know it was coming to GameStop. Dude, why do they do that? Don't delay it. Just whatever. So there's a lot of other exclusives. Like I said, there's like it's so much.
Yeah, I will say on the Star Wars show videos that they did, they showed the new interactive droid Dio.
Dio, yes.
It's pretty cool.
It is cool. I think that's at
just that technology of the shape of that droid.
Yes.
On point.
And Dio comes with the Rey figure for the Black Series. He's just like this little tiny rollerball.
Oh, too fun.
Yeah. I think that Dio thing is only at Target.
I believe you are correct.
The ultimate Dio interactive droid exclusively at Target. So again in Target too, and they had the Disney store. I was like, I thought it was only these 25 that were doing this midnight thing, but they literally had the Disney store set up. So it was like in the middle section by the toys, but like it's like this own little self-contained thing. So it's pretty cool. I mean, they had Frozen stuff, they had Star Wars stuff. I mean, it's all right there. So yeah, pretty interesting business model for Disney. I think it's smart. I mean, because then they don't have to have their own thing now.
It is smart because Disney stores themselves are very hard to find.
Yes.
At least in the area that we're in, I guess I should state. So I think it's smart.
It's smart. So that was also it was cool. So like I said in the past, like I'm going way back. This wasn't really a Triple Force thing, but like I was there midnights buying episode 1 toys, like before the internet, like you didn't, like you just walked in and you're just like, there's so much stuff. I didn't have like everyone telling me what they're going to be and what it is. You just like show up and you're just like, I guess I'm going to get this. It was insane.
It's like getting your Toys R Us catalog at Christmas time and you're like paging through.
Right. Yeah. Like it was just at the age of the internet. I know that's really hard to understand for people right now, but like you didn't really know what was coming out, and it's just like, I'm going to get these things. And I got a plaque. I got like a little certificate that I was there from Toys R Us. Like, hey, which was cool. That was kind of cool. But yeah, I've pretty much been to all the major stuff. And like, all right, here's how bad it is. Like The Last Jedi, we did a troop at Toys R Us, and Toys R Us is no longer around.
What a sad day.
I know, it's so sad. I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, so we got the troop, and literally see the guys at, the employees at Toys R Us, like, put everything on the shelf, and you're like, dude, got to check everything out, and before everyone got there, and but yeah, it was super fun, and it's just Toys R Us is no longer. Well, and like Disney stores is no longer. It's like now in Target, so
they're harder to find. So making it work.
But that's not all, Heather, that happened this weekend.
What?
I know.
Are you changing topics already?
Yes. Are we done?
Okay. I'm going to quickly, on our merch information, I want to point out, since Legos are a big deal in the Allred family.
Yes.
They had a couple fun Legos also kind of show up, and there is a Lego Yoda that when I heard about it, I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they going to be able to pull that off?
Yeah.
And they kind of did.
It's kind of awesome.
It's kind of awesome.
I had it in my hands. I looked at it. I was like,
right?
Very nice. Very nice.
So, but anyway, that's what I just wanted to quickly.
You're like, I'll take that. Yeah.
I mean, I could probably own that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
but yeah, it was super fun. Yeah, super fun. Jen went with me, and it was a lot of fun, and we were able to get a couple cool things. But hopefully, your experience was good. Here's the thing, Heather. Before we switch topics, it was kind of sparse. I've been hearing a lot of stuff on the old Twitter that it was hard to find things.
Yep.
And even people like still setting up the displays, opening on Triple Force Friday. It's like they didn't get the memo. You know. What do you think about that?
It's odd to me. I don't know how to respond to that because as someone who works in an industry where I work in book publishing, where product is released at very specific times. They're leading up to that specific date. There are a lot of things that potentially could, quote unquote, go wrong or delay. So, I don't necessarily want to throw stores under the buses because maybe they just didn't get their delivery because something else got bad. I mean, got to look at the whole picture. But it does seem kind of odd.
This is Star Wars, people.
For the machine that is Disney and Star Wars, that this wouldn't be better buttoned up.
Yeah. So, of course, what happens every time this comes around, people put product on the shelf before it even could sell. Right? So then you get the collectors are like, sometimes it goes through, and then sometimes it doesn't, So you see it like, it's already on the shelf. They didn't read the big print on the box, like don't display until October 4th.
Exactly.
But then the other thing, like you said, it's like, okay, it's there and you're still setting things up. This is Star Wars, people. Like, it's hard to get people in brick and mortar stuff, and then you're not doing it, So yeah, it's weird. Oh, I have another story. It's just coming to me.
Okay.
Yeah. This is story time. Sorry. So this is Revenge of the Sith. Okay. Revenge of the Sith. Target has an exclusive Darth Vader, and it's like red.
Well, then you have to get that.
Right. It's red, and it goes with Target. I mean, it makes perfect sense. It's not. He's not in the movie, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's our lava Darth Vader or whatever. So me and my buddy Bobby, shout out to Bobby. You can only, and it clearly said limit one because they know quantities are,
Right.
But I was heavy into collecting at this point, and of course I have to have two. It's just what it is. So we're waiting in line. I mean, there was a huge line, for all the, and again, it's like, I don't know if this was, it was in May, so this would probably be April that they're releasing all the Revenge of the Sith toys.
Sure.
So we had, and you could only check out like at a register, like at the electronics. You couldn't even go to the regular register. You had to do electronics because they wanted like you get your stuff in the toys and you go right to electronics too.
Okay.
Got it. No problem. Makes sense. And there's only like 2 registers open. So, okay, got it. Boom, boom, boom. So we do our thing, grab the stuff. They had the Vader. Boom. So, and they had a lot. they had a lot, like more than, and there wasn't a ton of people there, but enough where I'm like, they have enough, you know? So I look at Bobby, I'm like, we're going back in. He's like, yeah, we are. So I took his hat, he took my jacket, we flipped it up, you know?
Stop it.
Yes. We're like, we'll just look a little bit different, you know? And so we get in there, we get back in line, and the guy looks at us, like he looks at us. And then he looks at the other guy, and he's like, were these guys in here before? And the other guy looks at at you know, me and Bobby, and he's and literally I'm like by the register kind of waving my hand, you know, like these are not the droids you're looking. These are not the dudes you're looking for, you know. And seriously, it's like, yeah, they're cool. So we both got two Darth Vaders. So Jedi mind trick for Revenge of the Sith. That's, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's just how nerds make it work. So it was like, this is amazing, you know. So there you go. I wouldn't recommend cheating the system, but you know, no. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You know?
You do what you got to do. I got to do what I got to do. We all gotta, you know?
Right. Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
All right. But there's a little bit more, not on Triple Force Friday, but the New York Comic-Con is going on this weekend as of this recording. Mm-hmm. And so Lucas Publishing they had a panel, dropped some stuff, like some stuff. So Heather, what kind of stuff did they drop?
I don't know. Let's take a look.
Okay, let's.
Oh my goodness. So we are looking at Lucasfilm Publishing creative director Michael Siglane. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Michael.
Yeah, this is where we need Aaron. He is the perfect pronunciator of all names.
Oh my goodness.
That's like his official title, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he offered a glimpse into the future of Star Wars books and comics at the New York Comic-Con, and it has us more excited than an Ewok on a speeder bike.
Oh, and no.
Yes, I had to make that statement because of the last part of it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, my goodness. But basically, he revealed a lot of new titles and significantly teased the mysterious Project Luminous.
What?
Enter luminosy music here. So little's known about this Project Luminous, but he showed a slide that stated, "The Force is what gives the Jedi his power. It's an energy field created by all living things."
I've heard this before.
Until Project Luminous.
Oh, I see what he did there.
Do you see what he did there?
Yeah.
But here's what's really cool. We are now involving 5 authors here. We've got Claudia Gray,
love
who
her.
we know and love.
Yeah.
Justina Ireland.
Okay.
Daniel Jose Older.
Yep.
Kevin Scott.
Mm-hmm.
And Charles Soule or Sewell.
Soul, I think.
Soul?
Yeah.
Let's run with Soul, Charles.
Yes.
Hopefully that's correct.
Yes.
So he's announced involvement from other publishers, things of that nature on this Project Luminous. But among all of this, big reveals of books and comics is everybody sitting down?
Yeah, I'm sitting down. Yeah.
Great, okay. The Thrawn Ascendancy Trilogy by Mr. Timothy Zahn.
What is happening?
I don't know. The Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker novelization.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And a lot more. So we've got, there was a lot of first looks at covers. Let's see here.
They're all like, not final.
I mean, they're all not final, which is not uncommon in the book publishing world.
This is true.
There's another book, which I think we need to bring about. It's called Use the Force, Discover What It Takes to Be a Jedi.
Dude.
I mean, they're literally giving us the Jedi manual, people.
I'm ready for this.
Okay, just going to put that out there. So they're going to teach you how to be a Jedi, do the Jedi thing.
That's amazing.
I'm just being weird.
I'm just being weird.
Nothing new.
Yeah.
We have Star Wars, The Clone Wars Anthology.
What is that about?
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
It looks like, again, we've got a collection of authors coming together to provide us entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
We have Star Wars Dark Legends.
Dark Legends. What?
See, you do that better than I do it.
Yeah, no, but yours was good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I tried.
yeah.
By George Main, or Mann. Reading. Look at you giving me the booklet, and I can't even read anything.
Hey,
it's fine.
Hey, you're the book girl, so
I know. Oh my goodness, I don't even know how to do anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, some really cool stuff. This is all on StarWars.com.
Yes.
So visit that website because there's some really beautiful imagery when it's coming to some of these books. The Rise of Kylo Ren. I mean, I can't even describe how amazing this imagery is.
That cover of Kylo with his hair, like, and then he's got, like, it's split in half.
Yeah. So it's basically this cover where it's sort of this, like, light side, dark side.
Yeah, that one's
Kylo.
dope. Yeah.
If that doesn't give you chills, I don't know.
The second one with Vader in the background and Kylo all fully get up and take my money.
So, and then it looks like we've got another book for the Alphabet Squadron called Shadow Fall.
Shadow Fall. Like, I almost want to put an S in one of those, like Shadows Fall or Shadow Falls. No, none. No. It's not plural. Shadow Fall.
So, and that's by Alexander Freed.
So
yeah, so it looks like we're also getting a Darth Vader by Greg Pak.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to get Darth, we're getting Alphabet Squadron, getting some Kylo love, we're getting some Clone Wars love, whatever Dark Legends is,
this Luminous Project.
And then the Luminous Project.
Yeah, I think this Luminous Project is probably their first crossover thing that they're doing. Because if you look at the bottom, it has like Disney, Lucasfilm, Del Rey, IDW Publishing, and Marvel. So obviously Marvel Comics. IDW Publishing does comics as well, but they're more kid-centric. Del Rey does the books, and then obviously Lucasfilm is Lucasfilm. So I think those different avenues is what Project Luminous will be. Basically comic books and some other form of medium. I mean, obviously, I'm super excited about Timothy Zahn diving back into Thrawn. My only concern is, like, now you're milking. It's close to be like you're almost like doing too much because the thing is, like, you don't want to overexpose a character, you know? There might be more there, though. You never know. I mean, if they could tie it into the Rise of Skywalker and, you know, or something like that, I might be more into it. But I don't know if this is a prequel thing or whatever. But yeah, that's my only concern. It's just like, don't milk it too much, Disney. But I am excited. Like the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, that's interesting. I wonder if that's going to be like different stories or what, you know, because there's quite a few authors tied to that. So,
well, you know, and clearly using the word anthology in there, some type of collection, some type of pieces,
things. Yeah,
it's just hard to know, but but I will say, for someone who hasn't read a lot of Star Wars books and is slowly getting into that and things of that nature, this Kylo book looks really, I mean, just visually it looks really cool. So I can't wait to then see what kind of story they're putting into that. So the one with the split is so good. It's like, this is kids, this is what you look like, you know, like if we're doing the 80s kind of thing. It's like, this is you before you're on drugs and this is you after your drugs, and it's just like that. It's just like you know, it's like, kids don't do drugs, you know, because it's like, don't go dark side, guys, because, you know, you're gonna look like a meth person at that. You know, it's like, we saw what happened to Palpatine. I'm just saying. Right, exactly. Yeah. But I know we're talking a lot of, like, if you could see StarWars.com.
Yes, sorry.
In the news
Yes,
segment, the New York City Comic Con 2019. So
Yep.
check it out there. And then while you're listening, it'll all just meld together for you.
Yeah, like look at the visuals, listen to our podcast, boom, like money, you know.
Just start throwing your money places.
Also, I'm going to plug this right now, too,
Do it.
because at that panel, Mark Thompson read the little beginning of the Thrawn book. They already had like a rough draft, and he read like a little prelude to it. Money. So, so I'm like, I mean, of course, I'm going to listen to it, but you know,
of course.
Of course. All right. Wow. That was a lot of stuff.
So basically, our main topic is look at all these amazing things you need to buy.
Yeah. Merchandising and books.
But again, I know we joke about merchandising and how crazy it is, but it is really fun to have something of a bigger world that you get to bring home with you.
Yeah, it's
just
tangible.
treasure.
You know, it's tangible. Yes. And I think, you know, going back on Pops, I think what the thing is, like, it's so simple. It's like, I'm going to just put this on my desk and boom, I'm a Star Wars fan, you know, like, or I'm a Harry Potter fan, or, you know, like Pops have like, that's one thing that blows me away is like the amount of licensing they have. Mm-hmm. It's just insane.
And I think what's really cool, Todd, is it's accessible to everybody.
It is.
Young, old, guy, gal.
Yeah. Yep. It's right there. You don't need to like glue things or put weapons in things. It's all like right there, you know. Right. You can take them out of the box, put them back in the box. It's a funk hole, as the Holland Chronicle boys said. It's like, boom. Just get in the funk hole. You just keep on going deep. So, all right. How about we move on to
News of the week.
There you go.
And now, the Star Wars News of the Week.
All right, friends. So our first news of the week is coming straight from CBR.com. I told you once, and I'll tell you again. Tom Holland, he has my heart. I know he's like a baby and way too young for me, but
don't matter.
Doesn't matter, people, because Spider-Man star Tom Holland saved the universe.
He did,
or at least the Sony Marvel deal. So, Twitter blew up. Oh my gosh, Spider-Man's no longer part of the Avengers. He's not part of Marvel.
Yeah.
Whatever will we do?
Yep.
Well, it turns out Peter Parker actor himself, Tom Holland, helped usher in the peace between Sony and Marvel that resulted in the two agreeing to once again share the movie rights to Spider-Man.
Dude, you can't make this stuff up.
You cannot make this stuff up. Oh.
I'm pretty sure I know for a fact that Bob Iger like came out and like officially like because this is, you know, kind of hearsay. I mean, comicbook.com is a website. I'm not saying that. I just like literally Iger went on record and said, yeah, he came in and basically, you know, let me see if I can find this quote. This is podcasting right here. I'm going to find this quote right here. But he basically said it wasn't we can't like talk about money all the time. You know, that's basically what it's like, you know, it's just it's okay. After speaking to Holland about the situation and see how the fans reacted, Iger got to work and see what he could do. I made a couple phone calls to our team at Disney Studios, and then I decided to call the head of Sony, he added. I said, we got to figure out a way to get this done for Tom and for the fans, and we did, end quote. That's
there you go.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
So.
Okay. Wow.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah. Then, now Toby and him could be the ones that at least have 3 Spider-Mans. He was going to hang out with Andrew Garfield there. And,
right.
I know. So.
Oh, my goodness. All right. But
all right.
Everything's fine.
Okay. Okay, next up
Yeah,
here.
what's next?
Okay, Heather, it's October.
Yes.
So that means we have to figure out when these Rise of Skywalker tickets are going on sale.
Already?
Yeah, inverse.com talking about here. This came out October 2nd. Just like, okay, trying to figure out the mysterious when is this going to drop. It's possible next Rise of Skywalker trailer will be released in conjunction with Force Friday? Question mark. It's almost definitely won't happen on the day itself, but there's a slim chance it could happen Monday, October 7th.
Interesting.
Okay, that will be before this airs, but maybe it will. I don't think that's going to happen. So if you are any kind of in for The Force Awakens as well as Rise of Skywalker, they debuted the official trailer, I guess would be called, during a Monday Night Football game.
Okay.
So last year, well, not last year, but Last Jedi, they did it in Chicago, and it was Minnesota and the Bears and the 501st guys. Our 501st Midwest Garrison got to go out there on the field.
Nice.
And they dropped the trailer at Soldier Field, like on the Jumbotron, and then obviously us sitting at home got to see it. And then tickets went on sale right after that. And so I'm thinking the same thing will happen. So here's our two choices, okay? So obviously, here's the thing, because Disney owns ESPN. That's the other thing, because Monday Night Football is on ESPN. So just to get that straight. So those events happened on October 19th and October 9th, respectively. So 19th of 2015 was The Force Awakens, and October 9th, 2017 was The Last Jedi.
Okay.
So now we have October 14th, which is Lions versus Packers. Okay. And NFC North rivalry. And then October 21st, Patriots versus Jets.
Okay.
So those are two choices. So I don't know. Yeah.
October 21st would have been Carrie Fisher's birthday.
Okay. That's I'm betting on that one. No one's going to watch a Patriots Jets game, so because unless you're East Coast and you like your Patriots, everybody else in the NFL does not like the Patriots. So there you go. I think that's probably going to be it, because if it is going to be Carrie's birthday, what better way to start that? And it's her last film.
It's her last film, so it makes sense.
So October 21st, halftime. Personally, what I think they're going to do is on the Star Wars show, this is what they've also done, is the Star Wars show kind of drops it and says, tickets will go on sale, trailer will be dropped here, tune in. Because, no lead time, say if this drops, this whole conversation be mute if they dropped it on Monday, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to, buzz about Triple Force Friday, get that through, fine. Then they let it sit for just simmer a little bit. They're like, hey, we're going to drop a trailer, get your tickets on, they're going to have Good Morning America, ESPN, and, the Star Wars show, kind of plug all that and then drop it. That
sounds good to me.
All right, October 21st. There you go. All right, what else we got, Heather?
Oh, man. All right, so we got one more item for you, and this is coming, once again, from StarWars.com, because wouldn't they know everything anyway? So, fun, interesting, what is it called? Headline here. We have...
What is this thing I'm reading?
What is that thing that I'm trying to do here? See a new Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker image, and get a chance to attend the premiere.
What?
So I just look at an image, and I might be able to go to the premiere?
Yeah.
What?
That's how.
So, Rise of Skywalker arrives in the galaxy in December, as we all know. Yeah, so Lucasfilm and the film's 8 promotional partners have joined forces to provide a special first look at Babu Frick.
What do you think of Babu Frick?
I mean, he's kind of adorable.
What is his job, Heather?
You know what? Let me tell you what his job is.
Yeah.
He is a tiny Anzellan droid smith.
Okay, so let me get this straight. He works among the spice runners of Kijimi.
Correct.
And he reprograms and modifies virtually any droid.
That is a correct statement.
And he's a tiny little dude that's a puppet? Like a puppet?
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, you need Babu Frick in your life.
Kind of. He's adorable, and he's got these teeny little whiskers and this little helmet thing that then he probably brings down in front when he's doing all of his, like, soldering and...
welding, everything, yeah.
But anyway, the unveiling of our new little friend here comes in celebration of a once-in-a-lifetime chance for you and a friend to attend the red carpet premiere of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
So don't enter it because Todd and I want to win.
Right. I've been playing every day, man.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Or go ahead and check out what you need to do on StarWars.com. Basically, to be eligible, entrants must have a registered Twitter account.
Yes.
And they participate using the hashtag The Rise of Skywalker sweepstakes. And then, of course, tagging at Star Wars in said tweet.
That's all you got to do. That's it. And that goes through, let's see here. Let me get to the bottom. October 2nd, when this debuted, to the 8th.
To the 8th, okay.
And then the odds obviously depend on how many people enter, obviously.
Right.
1 entry per person per day.
Right.
Okay. Roughly almost $5,000 for the Pride package.
What?
Oh my gosh! What? All right, Heather.
Yes.
What if you won?
Mm-hmm.
How would that? How would that look? What would that look like for you?
So I'd only get to bring one person.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like
okay.
Picking a favorite child.
It is. Yes. I mean, it's.
You know what? I probably, if I knew he could do the travel, I would take my dad.
Oh, that's sweet.
I think. Yeah. I think it would be a fun thing for him and I to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I would have taken Bruce because, duh.
Duh. Yeah.
But I think it would be fun for him and I to do that.
Yeah.
You know, for Bruce together. But, yeah, I don't know. That's really hard. I guess whoever paid me the most money.
Oh, are you accepting donations? Like... Just you know, that's how you're gonna determine your friends. Like, hey,
that's right.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna hit me up here with some Republic credits?
Me the most.
Yeah,
Let's just
right.
Figure this out.
You gonna hit me up with some Republic credits? Let's do this. You know,
let's do it. But
dude, I mean, just to be at that event at that time, and it's the last chapter of the saga. I mean, it's like I don't care who I'm taking. It's just
right.
That's a lot of feels right there.
So much, many feels. And
think about it this way too: you're seeing it. The premiere always happens a couple days before, you know, and that's usually at the premiere. That's when I just shut off social media. I'm like, nope, I'm done. Somebody outside of Lucasfilm has seen this now.
Yeah,
I'm done. So, yeah, it'd be pretty. I mean, it'd be pretty cool. I hope they have other ways to get here, but this is officially from Star Wars, so this is one way. But yeah. So yeah, all you have to do again.
Maybe if I won, I could just be like, so I'm part of a podcast. Is there any chance I can get 3 tickets?
Right. 4 tickets? I wanted to bring my dad and two lovely gentlemen. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So there you go. Wow.
But we all won because we all got to meet Babu Frick.
Dude, I don't. Here's the other thing going around. I don't think that was his hands repairing Kylo's mask, right? That was the other thing that.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so in the one shot of the teaser trailer, somebody's repairing Kylo's mask, and they're kind of like monkey hands. They're a little hairy or something. So, but I don't think that was our good friend Babu Frick, because Babu is more rebel. So I don't know, resistance or whatever. I don't know. To be determined, but Babu Frick also, just in case you're wondering, Heather, you can pick him up if you get the Black Series C-3PO. Babu Frick comes in. He's teeny tiny, man. So.
I could put him in my pocket.
Yeah. And you can repair your droids, So.
Done.
Oh my gosh. So there you have it. Wow. I think that was a lot of news. A lot of things happening here, Heather.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But I think we can, with a lot of confidence, say Star Wars is not dead.
Nope.
There's a lot out there.
Yep.
And it does look like Lucasfilm and Disney are working hard to give us new stuff and expand this universe more than we already know.
Yeah. Yeah. True story. It's true.
True that. All right. Well, I believe we've done all that we can to entertain you this episode.
Not everything, but as much as we can.
As much as we can.
Right.
In the allotted amount of time.
Right, exactly.
So, on that note, thank you again for listening to another episode of WSTR Galactic Public Access. Please check us out on our social media. That is WSTR Media, all lowercase, all one word. And we'll show you some of the fun things we got, or at least Todd got, while shopping. Oh, jeez. There you go. And we always want to hear from you. So please comment. You can tweet us. You can rate us on the Apple Podcast. Or send us an email. That's mailbox@wstrmedia.com. Or leave us a voicemail. Our number is 630-557-WSTR, 630-557-9787. Wow. And we'll put that up on a podcast, and we will share it with everybody. Don't forget to check out our website to get our back catalog of episodes. That is podcast.wstrmedia.com. And we got merch. Store.wstrmedia.com and get all the goodies. Next week, we are already at episode 144.
Wow.
And we've got something brewing.
Well, I think I need to say this now because I feel like really bad because we teased last week, hey, we're going to have the Chronicle guys on. And scheduling is just life. It's just this thing, so we're trying. I mean, we are trying, we're trying here, people, but sometimes things happen. And so we had to do a little scheduling change and so we're apologize for that. But things happen. But we're just going to leave it like, hey, we're trying. We're trying to push the needle and get things going. So there you have it. So
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So, Todd.
Heather.
Would you like to join me?
Absolutely.
Great. Then let's do it.
Okay.
Now this is podcasting.
Go get your merch and buy some books.
Tell us what you got.